Hello, we're back in the shop. Every once in a while you can go to the flea market or something like that and you find these little prize things. I found these little shark containers, the Slim Jim. People are tossing out or selling for, 50 bucks or whatever. And they've been beat up and all that. So what I do is I recondition them. I take all the paint and shit back off of these things and I repaint them, make new sharks out of them. And when they come in a bad condition like this, I just clean them up best I can and make a whole new thing out of it. Some of y'all may have seen me do these, but these are Slim Jim containers. These have the logo on the side and all that. And I just take them out and make a brand new shark with them. Clean off all the old paint and stuff. See, this thing got a lot of pink on it. So I'm going to clean off all that pink paint, because if it don't, that'll show up underneath the paint that I put on over it, and won't give it the right color. This is pink all over. I see, that's what I'm saying. The company that make these things don't do these things right. And they don't seal them, they don't do anything. So they get scratched and scuffed up, and people are like, oh, I don't like it, it doesn't look like it's fruit juice. So I just take them and recondition them. So, I'm getting here. Take a new piece of cloth and set it down with it. Make sure to get all this pink paint off of here just as I can. I really don't like painting these things white. So, any paint that's on here I try to get off. I use acetone, but in this case where it's not going to be feasible to do it, well, then I can start. And so what we do is start painting it. I'm going to start with a very light coat of gray to see what I can do with this. Just to get it started. Up there where y'all can see it. set up and watching it where I know it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be the same thing. So look one side and go, where did I make that line? Okay. So that line comes down right here. And sometimes make that same line. And go on the left side, all across the nose and top of the head. That was a quick cleanup job because it won't be kind of like paint it, put it back on the board. See if anybody wants it, they don't, and just stays up in the shop. I'll take it to a show next month or something and show it off. Clean out the interiors and get my alcohol swab inside the chest. There we go. Hair right there, isn't it? Hair across you can tell. I've got a little bit more than black on the eye than I want. Take that off. Jump back a little bit. Straddle it a little bit, make you a few little rents in here. Get them in here and do this side. I'll get that done. That's just a basic right there. Good morning, Adam. Oh, I'll take a minute and look at this. Hang on. Can't see the comments. There we go. Hold on. Oh, you got yours mounted in your bathroom between your double mirrors. Oh, okay. You know what? So for that thing, dog, I'm just putting the last bit of flanges. When I get done with this real quick, I'm going to show y'all. I know I've been doing updates. It's been so hot. I've got pretty much everything molded, everything cast except for the body. I'm going to do an initial, resin and foam with the first one, and then I'm going to do a hard foam copy with the second one. Just so if something goes wrong, I'll have a hard foam copy to do. And I know that thing's taking a long time, but I have to make sure that I get everything done with that thing. Initially, when I did the sizing of it and the fiberglassing, I overestimated a little bit of it and had to cut some back and redo it. So I'm going to throw a little bit in and out here. Hang on it. Just to start with a, I don't want to do fiberglass, I want to do lipstick, I want to do lipstick. Just get an inner and out and then do the back of the mouth, back of the throat, and that's what takes a lot. And just open it up. And go full blast on that. Grassy food. Okay, now I'm going to let this dry. While that dries and sets, I'm going to end up going back in darkening it in some areas. But then I got to do a little bit of blood. You know, clean up the teeth and then do a little bit of blood and stuff. And then I will touch up the details on it. But, so you guys can see what's going on with the king dog. This is the initial look at first, just starting off. And I'll go in to touch that up a little bit more. And then come back in and do some details with this. But get this, let this sit for a minute or three. We'll go over here with the thing, dog. On the outside, being too hot, I'm just sitting here doing a little bit more of the flange work to make sure, because I got the lid done, and the lid's all done from the top to the head to the bottom. I just have to make sure that I've got something all the way around that I can clamp it to. So, you know, I've been doing flange work to make sure I can drive bolt holes, and this is the only area that didn't have anything, so I'm working on this right now. But, and then, you know, like right there you see a hole. I gotta make sure it's sealed up. I got the neck, the head, the flower and everything attached, so I could see all the way around what it was like. So the lid's on there. Lid's been done, the whole thing. Then come in here, back in here, and we'll go over to this side. And I got all the molding. This is the big leg. This is the one that was go on top of the, now you see how it casted. There was a gap where the leg kind of folds over on itself. I have to build up one portion of it, and then that's the plug where it goes into the dog, and it just goes kind of like this, I think, if I recall correctly. And what it's got to do is I got to paint it up and stuff. But that was the one that came out of this mold, and it came out in 2 pieces, and I had to weld it together. And I did that. Then I've got all these other pieces here, all the other legs. I made some ears for it. So initially it doesn't have the ears on it that Michael did. I would have to cut that back a little bit and put these ears on here like this. So it's going to have some new ears on it. Basically these ears are just going to, you know, be on there. And I've cast a couple of these, like the upper jaw. And here's another one where the ear would be on this side, right here. Like so. And I have to trim it, you know, to get it to look exactly as close to what Michael sculpted. When I've got ear casting, I've got the head, top of the head, the bottom jaw. I gotta weld these together with the epoxy sculpt. I got the tongue in there. I got to do a little bit of sculpting weld with the bottom here. Then I've got the tentacles, all the tentacles, and then more of the legs down here. I got to do a little bit of spot welding with these, a little bit of just filling and everything. But these are on the back side, so they're not really going to show, but I'm still going to fill them in. A little bit of cleanup here. Put the toenails in there. So I got all the legs, all the tentacles. A couple of tentacles have pieces that are, you know, on there. So I'm gonna do 2 or 3 sets more tentacles. Here's one that got a plug in it, so it just sticks in there, but I gotta clean them up just a little bit. I got those done. Just the molds of the ears that I don't need anymore. I can throw those out, toss those. But there you go. I've got all the pieces laid out. Just gotta clean them up a little bit. I kind of wanted to wait till I got the body done before I did that. But I've got everything pretty much cast and ready to go. Save the initial head here. That's the initial head that he sculpted, and I'm going to save these as the hard copies. But I'm also going to sculpt with a taxidermy form. You see that form right there? This one here? I'm going to take its form like that, and I'm going to cut the mouth out and sculpt in details and stuff on that, and then try to make a new head that closely resembles that one. But it'll be for a different, be like my personal one. So that would be one that I'll take after I've made his initial one with the head that he sculpted and all that. And that's basically this piece right here, which, like I said, all I gotta do is take epoxy sculpt and put it together. And his head is pretty good. I've just got to put epoxy sculpt. Let me see if I can set this up straight. And there we go. Come on. There we go. So this is the one that Michael James initially sculpted, and the one that we cast, but I had to cut it in 2 to mold it separately. And it's just a small amount of epoxy sculpting right there to put it in there, and then the tongue will go right there in the middle. God damn it, it won't stand up. So there's a groove back here for the tongue to fit in. Right there. Goddamn thing won't stick. So, and they're basically in there like this. So I have the tongue in there and everything. The tongue will stick out, but it's just the epoxy sculpting and putting it together is what I gotta do. And that's all there is to it. But these are very heavy pieces. And the only thing that worries me a little bit is I'm gonna have to make the neck structure on the thing dog here. The neck part, which is on the other end up there, is gonna have to have a lot of pretty thick. This part here is gonna have to have a pretty thick lamination of resin, because the neck extends this way, so it comes out sideways. And that is actually, this is the neck right here. So that hole right there, that's the neck right here. And this is where the head will sit, on the end of this neck. So I'll have to clean up the flange, like I said, take this off, take all that tape, cards and shit off there, clean that up. But I'm building this part right here, and it's already started to solidify. So I'm just building this part up. I'll flip it over, put the lid on there, drive bolt through it. I got one little thing right here to do. I got to get that right there, otherwise foam and or resin will come out of here. But that's a hole initially where one of the tentacles go. But I got to close that up, in the fact that I got to leave it indented right there, but I got to cap it off at the top. So all I do is just take a piece of fiberglass and put it over there, weigh it down, and do that. But that's it. That's it. It's just a couple of little pieces. Then put stuff on. Hey Chris, you know I was talking to my wife yesterday, my brother, and I said I'm gonna have to get up there just to say hi to friends and shit, and see what we can do. You, me, and Michelle. If Michelle will not go to any class reunions, she's too shy for that. So, and the problem with that thing, the main problem with that thing dog is all the silicone that I had to buy and use to make the molds for the legs, the tentacles, the head, everything. I had to redo the head part, and so far as I molded it in one piece, then found out, okay, that mold's not going to work. We're going to have to do it two pieces. So I broke it up and did two pieces. And now I'm like, okay, I personally think I could do just a little bit better and you know, not take away from Michael James' sculpting, but I could make it look just a little bit better on one version. So, you know. So now I'm going to, I've got this cleaned out. Let's go back in here and shake this up a little bit with a little bit of gray and put a little more color on here. Darken this up just a wee bit. And while it's hot outside, I come in with the air conditioner on to start doing this stuff, because this stuff I can throw up on the Etsy site and hopefully sell. You know, if I need more materials and stuff, and turn around and sell something like this, and turn around and buy materials and shit like that. Because that's basically all I'm doing, just selling to buy materials. I'm not having to sell for bills or anything like that, just material stuff that I need. And if to make other projects, you know. My retirement pays all my bills, so I'm good on that. I got that good retirement money. Truck driving for almost 20 years. So, kind of why you don't see me selling anything on, you know, like, oh, I got collection shit I got to sell and stuff like that. So, being retired, being able to do this for a living is just kind of a blessing, where I don't have to worry about, you know, paying bills and whatnot. And I'm not knocking everybody else. I'm in a different category from most people for that. So, you know, I don't worry about orders and stuff like that, and I'm not pushing to fucking do raffles and all that bullshit. You know. I mean, I see people out there that are struggling, but they are selling things that nobody's going to buy because the economy is in the shitter, like I told you it was going to be. Told y'all. It's going to be in the shitter. But, you know, it's not going to stay like this forever. Things like this don't stay like this forever. Trump gets back in office, within 6 months, everything will be back to COVID days before COVID. And I don't give a shit if you like Trump or not. You know, it's just the truth. That's the truth. That's exactly what's going to happen. So, you know, and it's for the betterment of everybody. Every artist out there. So, you know, those of you that are struggling and can't sell anything, just keep at it. Don't give up. You'll come out on top if you stick with it. And I see a lot of guys just, oh, give up, I quit. Don't. If you have passion for your art, stick with it. Don't give up. Just nobody's able to buy now because, you know, food's so high and bills are so high and everything, but we don't have long till we have to ride that out. You know. And the Fed's gonna collapse, there's not gonna be any Fed anymore. They're gonna end up transitioning to like a federal dollar. Not a digital. We're not doing the digital shit. Federal. Federal dollar is going to be like a treasury note. And you watch. I mean, it's a federal treasury note. It's not a Fed-backed thing. The Fed is a whole fucking thing, different thing. That's what's getting us in this goddamn trouble anyway. Because those people don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're so old and they're like, all these experts think they know every goddamn thing. They don't know shit. And they're getting on TV and just talking shit. That's how they're doing. Alright, now. Getting painted out a little bit down here. Duct it up, going duct it up, duct it up, duct it up. There we go. Well, nice and easy, and we'll turn around and we'll come back here and we'll do some mouth detailing. How about that? Set him up right here. And get this out of the airbrush. I picked this up yesterday from a guy in town in Denton, and they have these yard sales and shit, just stick stuff out. And I was going by and, oh, look, I know what this is. I know what I get to do with this. And it's just something I do for fun, you know. If people want it and they want to buy it, that's fine. If they don't, they don't. You know, fucking sell it, don't sell it. I don't give a shit. Like I said, I'm not hard up to fucking sell all the artwork I make. I mean, I will if I do it for hopefully people like it enough that they want to buy it, but you know. I don't have to do this. I could retire and just go fishing every day, all day long, and we'd never do this again and be fine. But I enjoy doing this so much, making stuff and doing stuff for other people. That, you know. Dry brush a little blood in the gum. And Chris, if you really want a mask, I will link you to my Etsy shop and you can pick which one you want. I would like to do that for you. I see I've got right here on this side, on these teeth. Uh-oh, they're gray. What do we do? I'll pull that gray thing off of the teeth. Oh no. Oversprayed a little gray on the teeth, that's okay. And a little bit of pink on here too, so I'm going to pull this back. Get their teeth to stand out. Get all that pink paint and gray paint off the teeth. And just stand out a little bit. Then we can go back in there and gum detail a little bit more. Blood work in there. Clean him up. rusting a little bit down here. A little bit of I'm sure you guys have heard Shark City Ozark. Kathy and Mike are doing the 1-to-1 scale Bruce fin. And basically what that is a Bruce shark fin that is just like this one, but twice the size. Let me show you this real quick. They're doing a 1-to-1 scale with the Bruce fin, which is just like this one. This is a half size. So what they're doing is they've got one that is twice as big, which is the actual size of the shark fin from the movie. I've got the half scale right here. Solid resin. I'm going to play with this a little bit when I get my boat and see if I can't do something with that. But I have one in the works, which is going to be an actual great white shark fin. It's an actual shark fin molding. But I'm going to try to turn it into a tabletop display like that. It's about 30 inches tall. And it's a lot different. It looks more like to a realistic shark fin than the movie fin. So here we go. He's pretty much done. I may go back in and do the nose just a little bit, this area right here. I don't know. I'm going to leave that like that. But there you go. He's pretty much done. Then maybe a little bit on the top, but he's got spotted. He's okay, you know. And what this does is it attaches to a board. Hang on. I got the board right here. It attaches to a board and got a hanger on it, and it just hangs up on the wall. So when it gets done, I'll shellac them with a couple of layers of sealant. Put them on the board, hang him out. He's up for sale on the website. He's ready to ship. So I'll hit him with a couple of coats of sealant, and we can Go from there, see if anybody wants it. If they don't, okay, well, fine, if they stay in the shop. There we go. I'll get some photos and whatnot. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Alright? I appreciate it. Thank you.